And we're back with You Talk It.
We bring it.
And just a quick recap from my last show. We had Lily's All Natural Products. They were in the building, and they were talking about how they started, how they got their name, and it's very interesting. Learning all the different types of ingredients that they've incorporated with making the soap and making their lip balm and making their beard oil. So shout out to them again. It's Lily's All Natural Oils, and that's on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, you can get the links from our social media as well.
Oh yes, because we'll be sharing those.
And today's topic is sex talk. And we were talking a little bit about sex and relationships last episode. So
slightly,
So
but today we got a little special guest with us as well, Corey,
our sexpert.
Sexpert, thank you. Whatever.
Yes. I know stuff, so just fill you in on my knowledge, and everybody will learn stuff.
So you are like the sex guru.
Yes,
I know why people are into banging and stuff. So.
Into banging.
That's such a different way to put it.
So yes. I'm going to do the rundown real quick. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts, that weird shit, and something that I have never experienced, unfortunately, I guess.
It's rather unfortunate, I think so.
Weed sex.
Yo, weed sex is bomb.
Bomb.com.
I hear weed sex is dope sex.
It is great. It's phenomenal.
We'll talk about that. Let's start this rundown with the do's and don'ts, and we will go directly to Lindsay for some of those don'ts, fellas.
All right, y'all. So for don'ts,
ladies
and
first.
do's, the do's do give head. Don't not give head.
Oh my God, yeah. Listen, if a girl knows how to suck it right.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about for me.
Oh, okay.
Please go down on your girls. Or girl.
She said,
girls.
She said,
girls.
Failure is not an option.
No, it's not. And I mean, if you can't do it, there's a clit, and that's also very stimulation. So please, please, by all means.
So.
Yeah, I think that if you go down on a chick, that's probably something that you have to do. Maybe one of the first things you want to show more interest in. If you're can I get my dick sucked? Without really expressing much emotion, just try to, lick between her area or
her lips,
her pussy and stuff like that. But just
Corey, we are not PG in this family.
Listen, nowadays, the women I've, have encountered, they're quick to, give oral. They're hey, hi. You're
shit. I think we all just got swallowed real quick with that.
shorty's, I was oh, okay.
I'm just going to look at Mark in the eyes and say, yes.
Oh,
it happens like that.
Yeah,
he's
and I'm not complaining. I mean, you know what I mean. But it's more so, nowadays, women are more in tune and with talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I hear women talk about sex in public like men today. They're this guy was going down on me and it was so good, but he had the tiniest dick. I was you can go home now. So women are more liberated today than ever before. So they will say some shit in public now.
And we fucking deserve to. What the fuck? We should be able to say whatever we want.
Nah, because I agree.
Yeah. Yes, Mark.
The sex Burke had something to say over there. What's up?
Just don't shoot.
Yeah, here's the thing with liberation. It's sex is such an important thing to humanity, and it's also very powerful to keep it to ourselves. It's very private, but we do need people around us to feel that liberation. And so there's a lot of movements going on right now where women are getting jobs that they didn't feel that they were suited for because of the masculinity system that was in place. But here we are today, people women are of equal equality, and so these movements that are going on are making women feel more comfortable, and they're around a lot of men who have a lot of different views that they probably wouldn't have experienced otherwise, and so now we're feeling more of a connection there.
I still like, and this is gonna sound like a jerk, I still like chivalry, but I still like pulling a girl's hair, and I still like fucking the shit out of her. You know, but I do the making love thing too, man. I'm an abstract gladiator.
Abstract gladiator. That's something
Gladiator,
new.
yeah. So, you know, I handle my business, and, you know, I like to mix it up. But it's so weird today, man. It's like, anytime I go out with somebody, I feel like I'm on a job interview. Like, excuse me, sir, you're going to have to qualify for this pussy.
I mean, you got to qualify to enter the domain.
Well,
what the fuck?
I mean, I think you know that should go both ways because
Yeah.
you know a girl should be challenged as well. You know what I mean? Like there's some ain't shit women, there's some ain't shit dudes, right?
Very true.
Lindsay, you probably know some ain't shit dudes. We know some ain't shit chicks. So it's like,
I know both.
Yo,
with,
okay.
with chicks, they
Teeth are a no.
Oh yeah,
Right?
no teeth.
Listen. You know,
Hey.
I'm not right with the size game, right? But it's like this last girl I was with, she could go down, but coming up was a nightmare. I think I lost like a 3/4 of an inch just with her head, and the sex game was great. It was bomb. I still have flashbacks of that shit. Like I'm a veteran with PTSD and shit.
Damn.
But the head was like you know when you're like.
This is the nipping chick, right?
Yeah, don't get into it. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so
Damn.
you know when you're too young and you watch a horror movie,
Yep.
like the head was like that because it started off good and then it was like,
Horror movie.
you know.
So to Mark's don't.
Don't use your teeth.
Listen, I second that notion. Like, ladies, don't use your teeth. You know what I mean? Like, it's sensitive down there. You know.
I do like.
You know, and don't listen. Women, y'all can be as kinky as you want. That is fine. Okay. When you're licking the balls, don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, FIB,
Yeah. Don't listen. What?
What's FIB mean?
finger in the butt.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
I don't think any female.
I wasn't
Well,
even
I'll
gonna
speak for
say
myself
that.
because I don't know what kind of freaky people.
Yeah, that all right. I wasn't even
But-
going that far, but since he said it, yeah, don't ever do that shit. But Dwayne, Diente,
IB.
Who? I don't know who Dwayne is.
Yeah.
Diente?
Yeah, Diente.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, Diente. He's that guy. So I threw someone out of my house for that. I was like, you gotta go and you can Uber, you can taxi, you can walk.
You didn't order it for her at least.
Nah.
These women though, like
I was
These
like,
women's
you can go wash your hands and you can leave.
Nah, that's some nasty shit. Like, no female ever should put their finger in a man's butt. That's disgusting.
Nah, I'm good.
That's disgusting.
my thing
not
is
doing
Like, don't do that shit.
Nah, don't like.
This is
You
our
don't
sex.
you don't have to, but like this is the general like because people are they don't think too much of generalization like because a lot of people try to cover their sexual desires and things like that.
Like the freakness.
They have to cover that, but like I think if you're trying to meet somebody, try to be as general as possible. Try to take advice from people who have a lot of experience, and because the world of sex, it's very broad, and people take it like a sport. They take it seriously, and it's like
Hell
there's a
yeah,
whole
I
world.
take that shit like a fucking sport. I ain't losing. I ain't coming runner up either. Listen, it's a W. It's a W every fucking time. Not playing. I'm fucking like the end of days out here. Listen, Arnold Schwarzenegger dick. That's what I'm end of days out here. Sorry.
I feel like I'm in the room with my brothers right now.
That's good.
That's
that-
exactly how I feel.
I'm
Yeah.
not playing.
You talk about sex with your brothers like this?
No, see, so one time
Sex Olympics.
I was sleeping in the back seat because we went to go pick up my brother from base, and I was sleeping in the back seat. I wasn't sleeping. I was pretending. It was a long drive. And I just heard them the whole time talking about sex, and I was just like, yo, I should have fell asleep.
Yeah.
I should have fucking fell asleep. Like, I done fucked up.
So I think other dudes, like, sometimes you just get it on real quick, and you start something real quick, and you get in that fast relationship or whatever. I think as your relationship grows, you got to talk about some things. You know what? That thing you do, I don't like. That thing you do, I do like.
I feel like you should be like.
Communication
I
is
feel like
important.
it should be like that from the jump, though. Like, I'm pretty vocal with my partner when it comes to sex.
Well, you're like a vocal type. That's just like that.
Thank
You
you.
have to be like aware that person is that way. So because everybody has their things. So
That's true.
Yeah, but if you start reckless, things just happen. Things go places. Fluids hit the ceiling. You just go in. You don't
Fluids hit the ceiling.
Hey, I
the
guess
thing, the thing is though, it's like you got to be respectful, and you can't just be like telling people, oh, this is like you want this thing like whacked in your mouth and stuff like that.
That's on my do list.
Listen, don't
Yo, all right.
don't talk like. Listen, I'm gonna talk like kind of weird, but like don't do what I say. So pretty much learn your lesson from me. But like what people say, a lot of people just like run their mouths. They don't think before they speak. And so if somebody looks stupid, like if I did, just check that out and be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like I want to correct myself. So maybe kind of hang out with people that say things that turn off women, and then that way, you kind of have like both sides of the story. Because some people have game, and you're just gonna see different variations of what works and what doesn't. So
in my experience, I got like the. It's vulgar is okay if you make it charming and funny. Like
You said vulgar?
it's vulgar.
you gotta be charming all the time.
but charming and funny. You can't just be vulgar and more vulgar. Like like you can go up to a girl and be like, yo, bitch, you're gonna get this later on tonight in the ear, right? But if you yell it clear across a room, women gonna get mad at you.
She gonna flip you off.
And like being like, if a chick is mad at you, that is like the most brutal kind of feeling. Like I'm pretty like hypersensitive to women giving me that like ghost, not speaking, that silent treatment kind of thing. And so if
The cold shoulder.
yeah, like they, you don't want to be like, because they get scared off very easily, and they may like you, but like if you're coming on a certain way,
We quick to
and
leave.
yeah. So it's just like guys have, they're sensitive too. So if you don't want to get hurt, try to feel out what they're about. So
Let's talk about the do's and don'ts again. Let's take it to hooking up. You hook up, like in our experiences, we can all talk about it. Corey told me he's saving himself a marriage. That's a respectable
we'll talk.
thing.
I'll try to clear that up. But go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just. You're a sexpert. I gotta, let people know where you stand. So we got like different philosophies on it. I feel like if the chemistry is good, why not? Don't jump in and pull a stuntman, and don't use condoms right away. You save your stuntman for something committed. You gotta watch out for that sauce. So I'm a chemistry person, though. If I'm not,
pizza sauce real quick.
yeah, you. That's not.
I was
sexy.
like, what the fuck?
So getting it in. It's not about time. Sometimes it's about chemistry. A lot of times when I wait too long, I mess up the relationship status. But I keep the sex going, and sometimes I want a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I'll be 30 in 3 months.
Yo, that's wild. Because you're not.
And
No.
She still doesn't believe
No,
I'm
I
turning
don't.
30.
He's so old.
I want to see the birth certificate.
I have several birth certificates.
I don't want to keep it. I just want to see it real quick.
I can produce evidence. I'm turning 30. I mean, she doesn't believe it. She thinks I'm younger.
Why are you trying
Much younger.
Why are you trying to Obama my man?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, like 25, 26. Like,
She doesn't think I'm turning 30.
You just got
folks.
some really good skin. Like it's
Thank
it's
you.
glistening. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like damn.
I just got 34.
I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. You know, I work hard daily. Like, you know, I'm in the gym. You know, but but yeah, I want to I just want to reiterate what Deontay said. He said he's big on chemistry, and being at my age and just reflecting on my earlier 20s and you know and beyond and so forth, like chemistry always played a part in my decisions because if I could see a girl and I could be like, oh, she's attractive, she got a fat ass, oh, she got a nice body, oh, she's beautiful, but like depending on what she says when she opens her mouth,
I would say personality got to match too.
Yeah, because if she doesn't have it to match, then I'm like, I gotta go.
Right. I agree, yeah. I would say chemistry is always like a factor. At least I know for myself, like that was always big on that.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna sit here like just I don't know, I feel like to hook up with somebody, for them to even enter your body, even if it's just like foreplay wise, there still has to be some type of connection. We can't just do this and there be nothing. Like no.
Nah, because sex is always better with feeling.
I'm kind of torn because a lot of people feel that as though having multiple partners and having
what do you mean by multiple partners? Like a single person having
at the same time?
just a single life and just having many people to have sex with to fulfill some type of need.
Right.
But there is a certain criteria I think that people are a little bit too focused on, because sometimes they do not see what's in front of them with some people that are very important. Because I believe that when people are seeking all these things, these qualities, sometimes I think that people say very inappropriate things to people that are very open with sex, and I think that there's a lot of derogatory terms like calling people slut, whore. We shouldn't be shaming people that are doing this, because these things are helping them build relationship qualities. You know what I mean?
All right, that's good advice from our sex part, Corey.
And we're back. Will you talk it?
We bring it.
And we're gonna talk about
Body count.
Well, we're gonna talk about first. We want to talk about weed sex.
That's
I really
right.
want to.
Weed sex.
I want to get into that because my first experience being high and having sex, I was probably 18, 19 years old, and I'll tell you right now, I feel like I was on cloud 9.
Yo, everything's fucking heightened at that point in time. That shit's
yeah.
crazy.
I gotta say, Elle's over here looking at me with a big smile because I never did it. She's like,
Yo, I don't understand. I mean,
she's like, you're an idiot.
kind of like how the Grinch says it. You're an idiot. No, you're an idiot.
I don't understand
When he's-
that, but
Do you get that reference from the Grinch when he's at the roof on the hill and he speaks? No, okay,
Nah,
never mind.
I
But
guess.
you know what? If anybody watching this knows, please comment because I'm on my own right now.
yeah, she's on her
Yeah,
own
I'm on-
Yo,
island.
this is wild.
I can't help you with that one.
It's all good. That's fine.
But
So-
yeah, weed sex was amazing. Like, I remember I was high as shit, and this chick was giving me oral, and like, I don't know. Hey, it just felt amazing. It was just crazy.
I will say, like,
We get stoner boner.
just
Oh, wait a
is that
minute.
a real thing?
Is that
Wait a minute. Elaborate on
thing?
stoner boner, bro.
It's like,
Cause is it like extra sensitive?
it's like
When
Or is
you
that
wake up, you get like all like bed like dick or whatever. Like
Dick.
Oh yeah, I'm stiff.
Morning
I'm
wood.
stiff.
Yeah.
I'm stiff.
Morning wood.
Rick and Morty
Yeah,
style.
that shit happens. Yeah, that shit did happen. Cause I was like, what are you talking about with stoner boner? Cause I didn't know anything about stoner boner. But yeah, that makes sense. Cause yo,
so.
Jesus.
This is like a whole new world. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes we do that here and tell like relay shit. I got a like neurological condition, so like I don't have a lot of sexual partners because of that. Because I don't like to have sex with condoms and stuff, and you gotta be careful when you go all stuntman on some booty, and
Stump man.
stump me on some booty.
yeah, that's my phrase for that. If you're gonna stump man a booty, you gotta know that's some clean stuff. But it's like I have sensory issues because this neurological problem I get. Like I can't feel things like normal people. So like even when I have sex, it's still like 70%, and then it takes me forever, to finish the workout. And so then when I put a condom on, it's like 30%. So it's like I just feel like a human dildo or something.
A human dildo.
I'm just here for your pleasure.
So, like, I got this question for you guys. And, people like having sex frequently. And sometimes they say, oh, I want to have, like, hours and hours of sex. But, like, some people can wait longer, like maybe a week. Sometimes sex, builds up more, flavor. Like when you just having, like, a build up of all the fluids. It gets like
tension, build up tension.
Yeah,
and stuff?
you build up the tension. But people say, oh, I love, like, doing it for hours and hours. But sometimes I think, sex. If you have sex with somebody, it's kind. You kind of have like, oh, this. I'm looking at them for too long. Maybe like, it's kind of gets, it smells a little bit, and you're like, damn, this chick's sweating all over me. And it's like, damn, it's like 8 hours in, and it's like,
Corey got the long game, bro.
I'm just saying, like, people kind of blow like, long, sexual sessions out of proportion. Sometimes I think,
Nah, it's never out of proportion, bro. When you got stamina.
Stamina.
You just go.
I feel like it depends because listen, all these studies say like the best sex is around like 6.5 minutes. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but intercourse and foreplay. I feel like
the foreplay has to happen.
Like,
intercourse, sorry.
Well, no, I'm feeling like every time you're gonna have something sexual, I feel like you should pregame. And get yourself in the mindset. Like one of the things that when I'm in a relationship, I will sneak up and whisper something in my girl's ear before she goes to work, so she's thinking about it all day. Like that's how you keep like some things going, man. Especially like not everybody has a sex drive. When a woman that has worries on her mind, like the bills and the this and the that. I got to do this. Am I up for promotion at a job? She's not going to be interested in all the dick if she's not happy in her personal and professional life. Plus, not everybody can have sex twice a day. Like there's this like false bravado that I think in America we pretend to care about sex more than anything. But if we cared about sex as much as we did, our population would be like triple double. We'd be bringing it back like the baby boomers, and we're not. Yeah. So there's not that much sex happening. All right.
I think a lot of people are focused on work and stuff like that nowadays.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on other things, but people do want to think about it, and they do want to have like time. They want it with timing and want it to be special. So I think that a lot of people struggle with doing that.
Finding the moment, the time.
That's like, come on, like people work, 40-hour weeks. I mean, that's 40 hours a week sometimes. So, and it's just like, what do you like? You just when you get exhausted, and it's just like, like both the partners are not like probably always at their like highest performance. So, that's what I think. Some people like sex. Sometimes there has to be other things with your life. That's why the chemistry, you have to go back to that. You can't just be holding on to sex. Sex, I think that's just something that's great, and it's like something that's brings people together. Mm-hmm. But just have other things going on in your life and make that you can make that priority, but always fall back on other things. So
I'm gonna bring up relationship sex. Like, is that different than chemistry sex? Is that
no? Because there's chemistry in a relationship.
Not always. They're like,
don't want to be in the relationship.
I'm just saying, is there a difference between a hookup and relationship sex?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because you might have somebody who, like a hookup sex, like, or you mean like a sex buddy, like
a fuck buddy,
like a fuck buddy. Like if I got a shorty who
one night stand, fuck buddy,
I don't do one night stands. It never happens for me because chicks always, and I'm not trying to gas myself up on podcasts. It just doesn't happen once. It just doesn't. And if it happens just once, it's because she moved.
Shorty said,
that's the narrative.
Out.
He's like, I'm gas on ass. I step on that pedal all the way.
Wow.
But relationship sex and And fuck buddies are definitely different because you might have a fuck buddy who has more energy, has more passion for it, and wants to please you a little bit more than your partner, than your actual relationship partner. But that I mean,
I
not
feel
at the
like
same time.
I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's more
Right.
intimate. It's more of an intimate thing.
Because
Then-
you already get comfortable, and then you. I don't know. It's just comfortability.
I feel like I mean comfortability, but it has to be intimate. Like it's more. There's more of a connection because you have that relationship base. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if it's a fuck buddy, I'm just here to fuck you and that's that. Like thank
Right.
you, good looks, and I'm out.
But at the same time, when you have a fuck buddy, I know for me, like if there's a chick, like if I'm just fucking her or whatever, there's some type of chemistry there. There's some type of understanding there. Like there's some type of. It's not necessarily a feeling right off the rip, but like you eventually
Right.
start to feel something like a connection there beyond just having that physical. Because I can't just say, oh yeah, I just can't just fuck a chick just because she looks cute. I can't.
Right. Okay,
you know what
but
I mean?
I feel like when you establish a fuck buddy, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're just fucking and that's it. Like we're not building much more than that.
Right, but you still have to have some type of connection.
Right. I'm not saying that you
Yeah.
shouldn't. I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
saying
that's
you shouldn't.
probably like
But
why
I'm
they
just-
would leave though, if their chemistry was just like playing. You know, if you
Yeah.
had, you know, if you really felt something for them, and just, you know, some people like, oh, you're cute, and you know, I want to know more about you because that's something that drew me in. But like I can't just be like coming over and just like bust, you know. But like,
The sound effects.
But chicks do that. Chicks are yo, and I'm gonna tell you right now because
They are ruthless.
a chick did this shit to me.
What?
She came to the crib, right? She came to the crib. We was talking all day about it, blah blah blah. Yeah, we about to get to it. She pulled up. The Uber pulled up. She jumped out, came in. We got right to it. So when she was done, she's like, "Ah, yeah, girl." Called the Uber, was out, and then we kept fucking after that. But I felt some way. I was like, "Wait a minute." I said, "Wait a goddamn
said, "I
minute."
came here
She
to
came
get
over
this
here
and I'm
and
out.
finessed me out of my penis and left.
Chris Rock is a
She didn't
stand-up
even
set.
she didn't even feed me first. Like, goddamn.
Chris Rock got a divorce.
Your crib, you're
Right?
feeding me.
She could have brought me something.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chris Rock got a
She
divorce.
did that pussy. What you mean?
Listen, she was using my utilities.
She thought-
It's my utilities in that motherfucker.
Yo, you guys are ridiculous.
Yo, Uber Eats,
Uber
man.
Eats.
Uber Eats. That's basically what happened.
Yeah,
that's
that's
basically what it was. Uber Eats.
Yo.
I
Shit.
tech guy in the
She
back
coulda
is,
did it.
is dropping some knowledge over here.
She could have did it. She could have came with the Uber Eats.
right?
She was Uber Eats.
Selfish. She's see,
well-
just like a woman, selfish. Always think about your damn self. That's what it is.
I'm going to ask you this, Mark.
What's up?
Who paid for the Uber?
Her.
So she's not that selfish.
hey,
Listen.
And that's an independent woman right there. I would say thank you and come again.
Listen, Diente.
See what I
she
did there?
came plenty of times that day,
Yeah, thank
and then
you.
after that. But it's the listen. You understand? She came.
You
Listen. She
Understand?
showed up. No,
He
I
doesn't-
understand
The buddy system.
No, she showed up.
He doesn't
And-
understand the buddy
Oh no! Listen, I understand the buddy system. I got buddied.
his femininity is showing up in this system.
Oh man!
It's okay to be, you know, have some
gotta be real.
emotions. It's okay to feel bad, man. It's okay. It's okay to feel used. It's
You
okay
better
to-
elaborate, fucker.
Maybe-
You about saying something about some
maybe-
femininity?
It's okay to be used. We all
Listen,
have a
hey,
masculine feminine.
Listen, I don't want to hear that. We all have a masculine, feminine side. And you ain't about to sit here and put me on the motherfucking spot. DNT.
Okay, so I would say, I did have a fuck buddy at one point in time, years ago. And I remember leaving one day and just being like, all right, thank you. And he was like, don't say thank you when you leave. And I was like,
Chicks are savages
why?
nowadays.
And I didn't mean it like in a rude way, but he was just like, if it's a mutual thing that you're here to do this shit, he was like, you don't need to say thank you. He's like, at that point in time, it's just like I'm doing you a service. And I was like, oh, okay, now I understand.
Now,
But-
this is a generational gap, too, because Diente,
What
I
is
understand
that?
what you said. I understand what you said,
What?
El. I understand that.
I
That's
get
how I was feeling
Nah,
with him.
that's why I brought it up, because I was
So,
like, oh, okay.
It's a generational gap because he's not understanding what I'm saying. Because like chicks nowadays are savages. They're fucking savages. It's not feminine. It's not none of this bullshit you was trying to sit here and throw at me. They're savages. These trifles must be stopped.
Hey,
no,
All right.
no.
you still got yours, so she not
what do you think about what you spend on some of these girls, and do you think that it matters to have this image of yourself to draw them in, or do you think it matters, like, hey, if they want to be taken out places and all this stuff, do you think that you have to limit your budget for certain ones, or because if your girl's coming over, she's getting something, and she's like going, it's like she's going in your fridge, basically. She's getting something, but not like giving you any back, Well, she's letting you taste her, but
I will say this: if a woman says thank you, that's like a tip to me. I did my job, right? Now, using that buddy system, you can't do the once the buddy system goes public, then that's when shit goes weird to me. Like, I like what you said. She come in, do your thing, get out. Like, hasta la vista.
Did you hear the last part though, where she said thank you?
Yeah, but then I was told why I shouldn't say it. And
No.
but
That is a feminine emotional experience.
Man, if you don't cut that shit, these women are savages nowadays.
It's okay.
You can tell that Diente he ain't getting his dick wet lately because he needs to understand. He needs to understand that these women are savages out here. I'm dealing with it. I know what it is.
That?
He did it to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here, ladies. If you are a true savage, hit me up in my DMs.
They're savages.
All of them. I'm interested in all that mess. Tell me what's what, because this boy can't handle a little.
You can or cannot.
He said I can't handle it. Listen, they can't handle me.
He's like,
and that's the problem.
You don't know.
What I'm saying? They trying to take a brother out. Literally. Not on a date. They trying to take me out.
So Mark's support group for Savage Pussy is gonna have its first meeting on Sundays
I just
at 12 a.m. in the U-Target basement.
A whole bunch of trifles gonna show up. Yeah, I did it.
Nah.
I'm gonna be like,
listen,
order.
ladies, if you have ever, what are we gonna call it? Ding dong ditched.
Ding
dong ditched the dick. You're a savage. Ladies are savages nowadays. That's all I'm saying, man. Y'all crazy.
So Mark's gonna be up on the mic and do the first opening thing and be like, "My name is Mark Anthony, and
Anthony.
I have been savaged, and
this man is crazy.
It doesn't feel that good to be used."
Listen, we all use, right? We all use. We all get used, right? Listen,
That's right.
I just want this. Listen, so perception is, ladies.
Perception is everything.
Ladies out here trying to act like they are holy, and they try to still spin that narrative. They're fucking savages. I've been savaged,
bro.
I've been savaged. All right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You know what? If a woman is a true savage, right? That is great. I'm cool with that.
And then when they get home, hold on, wait a minute. When they get home, they text you, "I made it home safe." Like, what? You just savagely finessed me out of my penis. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Why not? What the fuck?
Nah, fuck that shit.
You know how many times females get used though? Like, so often.
Yeah,
so I'm like, y'all over here shitting on us. Fuck all that shit. Gotta bring it back real fucking quick.
This
I've been sitting here silently.
This thing though, using takes its toll on people. You know what I mean? It's just like
that's when you let feelings get involved.
It happens though. Like, people can't just like. They have to do all kinds of other things to, sometimes they mask it, or, sometimes they try to make up for it with other, booties and stuff like that.
Booties.
But like, but these people are, they're always searching for something, and it's just like this emotion that's coming over me. It's just like it happens, and it's just like, how do I deal with it? And people, sex does lead to a lot of other things. People, they start forming addictions and other ways. So they just need to be able to have a stable life with work and getting back to what they love doing. And sometimes it's hard to even appreciate what you love doing. So
I have one rule for the savages: if you're coming to my house, don't use my toothbrush. That's it.
I have a question.
Right?
What do you mean by addictions?
People, they form like sexual addictions.
Oh, okay.
And
like
sometimes
crushes and stuff like that.
Yes.
Or just in general.
All of it.
Okay.
And it's just like
Okay. I'm just
Hold
trying
on,
to
wait a
understand.
minute. Did you hear that question? She was like, wait a minute. Did he just call me out on the air? I was getting a little nervous over there. In
Nah,
that
I was just trying to understand because I just wanted to understand what you
Some
were saying.
yeah, sometimes people want to move on from this type of lifestyle, and sometimes you're like, oh, I've had my fill, but then like I still feel like I need to do it, and I'm kind of trapped in this world. where
I
don't
watched
want to be in.
I watched a documentary on porn addiction, and it was very interesting because this guy and this girl was like doing that mediocre love game shit, like, let's have missionary sex on Tuesday, and like, okay, yeah, good job, okay, good job.
Schedule sex is just
And you know, it just had become part of their life, part of their routine. Routine sex is shit to me. I'm with you guys on it. So it's like then they did this porn therapy or whatever, and then like this guy got too busy on the hub. You know, hey, Pornhub, if you want to sponsor you talking, you know, we'll handle the advertisement proper. Either that, or, you know, XNX, hit us up. So
You missed the X.
whatever. Hey, we know who you are. You'll know who we are soon enough. We will cash those checks gladly. So, porn addiction is a real thing because once they started introducing like porn to their relationship, he's like, I want to try a doggy style. And she's like, bum, 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 bum. She was down for that. But then he's like, yo, so I seen this thing, you know, this extra special creepy Asian porn where they tied the girl up and put a gag in her mouth, and
It's gonna be a while.
and you know, now I want to try that. And the girl was like, yeah, sex is getting too violent. Now I'm disinterested in it. And there was like,
there should be boundaries though.
there was like no middle ground for this couple. It was like it started missionary and everything was okay. Went a little doggy and froggy style, trying new things out. But then the more porn he watched, the more aggressive he got. And I feel like porn can make people more aggressive in the bedroom. And I feel like there has to be a balance between your fantasy and your partner. You can't just try shit out without
Just assume? Assume?
yeah, you can't.
Here's the thing.
Can't be reckless with your dick in a box.
Here's the thing: you get to that level, it's just like, are you desensitized, or it's just like, do you need to be like, you know, doing all this stuff just to feel pleasure? Like you feel dead inside. You know what I mean? It's like I'm saying if somebody is, you know, trying all these other like fetish things.
Oh, okay. So like they can't find that within them like selves, like that satisfaction.
Yeah, so it's just like sometimes, you know, I see, you know, people just feeling like, you know, they're at loss, and it's just like, do you need to like feel hurt? Like some people like slit their wrists to feel like something, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yep,
pain!
yep.
Pain is pleasure.
Yeah.
I think all that shit has a time and a place, but if you lose communication with your partner, that's when shit can feel weird.
Yeah.
Because if your partner feels like, I'm a firm believer in the code word. Like there needs to be code words because you don't want to have like an awkward disagreement about sex. You know, I mean, how do you guys feel about code words? Is that like a thing, or is it just?
I don't
me?
really have aggressive sex. I'll be real with you, so I don't really need a code word.
I think
but-
I think I'm a little of both. I make love and I'm aggressive.
I like a little roughness, but like nothing too over the top. Like don't slap me in my face. Don't do that shit because then I'm gonna fight you.
See that's
No,
that
I
weird
know
shit.
I can't. Like, and there's like, if,
can't
I don't know,
do
like,
that.
I feel like claustrophobic and shit. I don't like that.
So you know, she mentioned her man's name on a previous show. Don't slap
We
that
not.
up.
Nah,
yeah, it's
nah,
like-
Roland, no, he no give.
But you
it's
see,
Fuck.
you see how much like strategy it is to like, you know, get everything working right. You know, because like sex is like it's very like a sensitive thing. It's like you can't, like if you screw up, it's like a traumatic. It could be like embarrassing and stuff like that. So it's just like people try to get it right, and you know that's why we try to
And
feel each other out.
especially with like I feel like you know, women can be more vulnerable because like they're the ones that are getting penetrated, and like they don't want to disappoint that man by saying shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a thing because you're saying you're all savages now. So you know,
I'm pretty vocal if something's like uncomfortable or something like that. I'm pretty vocal about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can talk and communicate, that's the best thing. So,
Yeah.
like,
I feel like you definitely need that.
So the lesson today is communicate with your
Communication.
partner. If you knew them for 10 minutes or 10 days or 10 years, keep that communication open.
Because they gotta communicate somewhere, one way or another, and
Like-
your world is like open to everyone.
You,
So
you don't want that Me Too communication on your ass, man or woman. It's like you just gotta be aware. People set boundaries.
You
Yes,
have to.
boundaries, yeah.
You have to, but at the same time, you gotta let people do what they're gonna do to see what they rather do, and then if
can
it's
experiment.
yeah, I mean, but if they do some things, you be like, well, wait, what are you doing? Then you set that boundary, because if you come off rip and you're like, hey, I don't want to do this, I don't want you to do this right off rip, it's like, okay, you sound like a tyrant. And yeah, shorty.
So pretty much
I'm
killing the
dodging
vibe,
you.
pretty much?
Yeah, like fuck out of here. You ain't like. People gotta understand, like,
But what if she had a bad sexual experience and she's just trying to let you know off rip, like these are things that I'm comfortable with. Like,
nah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
like, if you're telling me, no, I want you to look me in my eyes, and I want you to stroke my hair as you're stroking my vagina, like that's a force. All right, cut the shit. You know what I'm saying, sexpert?
Hey, this pussy comes with instructions.
yo.
Nah, fuck that.
LOL. Oh my god.
Now, pussy's coming with instructions. The savages and all type of shit.
It comes in a box.
you have to end of the story. You have to just respect, whatever your partner's, thing is. So
Thing.
you talk about it. You kind of just like you feel them out. So that's just the way it is. So it's like it shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't be like so secretive.
Yeah, like don't make somebody have to pull teeth. Like, oh, figure it out. Like that's corny. You know what I mean? Like we can figure out your spots. Like if we're, you know what I mean? Like if I'm kissing a chick or whatever, and I'm kissing a neck or kissing a body, I'll see what she likes based off of her
Body
reactions.
language.
Right.
Body
Body
language
language
is
is
very
huge in comparison to verbal, and people don't even understand that. Even if you
Slow.
remove the sex topic, body language is
Yikes.
everything.
Some people can't read body language though. Some people are sexual illiterate.
I am trained. I'm not talking about sex. I'm
done
removing the
graduated.
sex. I'm removing the sex part, but just speaking, just body language and just communication based. Period. Verbal, in comparison to body language, there's no comparison.
I feel like people really don't understand it though. People
Nah,
really
they
don't
don't,
understand body
because
language.
you can sit here and say I love you, but if your actions
and your body's not
and your
reading that.
body is not saying
your
I love
tone.
you, and your tone isn't.
Yes.
I'm gonna
body
sit there and
language
be like,
tone.
oh, I see through that
Highlight-
bullshit. You're masking that shit. That's like in sex. In sex, right? A chick says, oh my God, I love you so much. Because she's in the hot heat of the moment.
Oh,
Now, does she really mean that she loves me or she loves the way I'm fucking her right?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess it depends on your relationship.
I love you during sex is a funny thing, especially when it's the first I love you. Oh my God. It's like, doesn't count during sex.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, and it's like your moods are different then, and it's like when you're having like a one-on-one conversation, it's gonna make a big difference because they're gonna say, I wasn't like ready for that, so I just want to let you know, and here's the reason why, and so let me like be upfront with it, and I think you're gonna be cool because we have this good connection.
When buddy sex.
I thought you were gonna go into a song.
La 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 la. How you doing, ladies? Now,
That'll work.
when buddy sex turns the next page, I know a lot of dudes will break it off with a girl that they're having buddy sex with, because of insecurities and stuff, or like, I did that stuff with her, I can't do that stuff with my girl, bro. So I had to kill that right there. When do you break buddy sex off? Like, is there a number count? Like, okay, we did it 10 times.
I've had a person tell me like, I started dating, like going on dates with somebody and it's kind of serious, like, when we just, can we respect that and we not do this, that type of thing. That's how it was, and I was just like, all right, that's fine, that's straight,
Usually one of the two
Can we
people,
not?
one of the two people usually catches feelings, and it just doesn't make it fun anymore. It's always usually that narrative. It always alludes to that. It's either one of the, it's either you or the other person catching feelings, and it's just like, oh, where's the thrill that, before all the, you know what I mean, the expectation. Now you expect me to cuff you after all of our frolicking and
We done been in the garden and shit.
Can you wife or lock down? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Can you cuff a booty call? Can you cuff a buddy? Is it a possibility?
If we started off fucking, I mean, I have before. I mean,
Did it work?
I knew the person for years. So like we had some type of chemistry, we had some type of understanding, we had some type of background. So like that intertwined and played a huge factor into that next decision. So it's like you can do it. I mean, I don't look at people differently if they do that. You know what I mean?
Right,
If a chick wants to, because women, they'll do what they want to do, and men, we do what we can. So it's like,
I mean, y'all do what y'all want too. So
I mean, we do. That's what I'm talking about in sex. Like women fuck who they want, and typically men supposedly we fuck who we can't.
Women have more opportunity.
So it's like if a woman wants to have sex with a man and she's determined to have it, she has a high percentile, she's gonna get it.
Higher percentage than we have, definitely.
So it's like,
True.
if we develop some type of chemistry, or we had some type of chemistry before we started fucking, then I mean the sex probably just escalated, the feelings and
because
stuff
of
like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, I didn't realize how much I actually cared about her. I can't do that to her. I can't just fuck her and break her heart and lead her on. No, because I have feelings for her.
Now you develop that.
Now I'm gonna ask you an honest question, Mark. Did that end bad or did that end on its own?
There's ups and downs to everything, but if you can work through it and you can get through, if you can just communicate and you can get through it, I mean, you can pretty much get through anything with communication. So it's like, it's communication and effort piece. So you have to have the effort along with the communication, and as long as those two are aligned and they're running parallel, I mean, I feel like there's no hurdle you can't, jump over.
So you're still friends with that person?
Where it's right now, there's things that I don't disclose like that. So but yeah.
Okay, I always believe in after that happens, like when it's become a buddy system, and then there's a break, there is a separation period. Call it taking a break. Speaking of taking a break, are you a savage?
That is the question, and you can answer that on our Twitter at YouTalkIt and on our Instagram at YouTalkIt. That is for the audience. Are you a savage? Ladies and gentlemen. And just to add another question, we can make it interesting. What was your most savage moment?
Yeah, give us that.
Or failure moment. We'll do failures too.
Lindsay can take the failures.
Hey,
I'm not
sometimes
talking
failures are
nonsense.
entertaining. Okay?
And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Thank you
yes.
for listening to You Talk It.
And we
We bring it.
Follow us on Instagram and at Twitter.
Peace.
Bye.